Welcome back to Live With, brought to you by Quest Nutrition. Visit questnutrition.com. I'm Dave Palumbo, and tonight's guest of the evening is the new New Zealand and Arnold Australia men's champion. He's our good friend, Brandon Curry.
Hey guys, what's going on?
You're like a world traveler now. You're all over the place. Kuwait, Australia, New Zealand. I mean, did you ever think you'd be, traveling so much and competing and doing so well?
Well, I get the frequent 4 miles. It's traveling as far as international with SciTech. It's just a part of the job with them. So I'm used to getting around, but doing so well. That's what the plan was, and we're just glad we can make it happen.
Now, you and I think, spoke, I think it was right before the Olympia, and we were talking about what it would take for Brandon Curry to get to that next level. All those expectations that everyone always had on you, and the talent that we knew that was inside of you. It seemed like you had to go thousands and thousands of miles away from your house, all the way to Kuwait, to Oxygen Gym, and train with the Camel crew out there for the best to come out in you. So I guess the question everyone wants to know is, what did they do to you over there? What potions did they give you? What magic did they work on you? Why was your trip over there so successful?
I think it has more to do with like the throwback mentality. When bodybuilding was more hands-on, less technology, just more, coach in your face every day. Same guy who was writing your diet up and writing your protocols up is the same guy that's in the gym with you, pushing you through the workouts. And, it's still a team atmosphere as well, so you got a lot of second opinions. But, I mean, these guys are all in, and their eyes are on you, all day. We train them multiple times a day, so they may look at you three different times a day to make sure that they're making the proper adjustments that they need to make. So I think when you're in an environment that is so inclusive and so specific to bodybuilding, that you get some good things happening.
Say that you were more focused over there in Kuwait. I mean, obviously you don't have your kids around, your wife, the responsibilities of life. I mean, you kind of, like you said, in a training camp, so to speak. Was that good for Brandon Curry to be in that environment?
I think it's good. I think it's good for me. I think it's pretty much good for anybody, unless you just can't handle the kind of like the solidarity of the matter, or just being to yourself and not having much else to do but bodybuilding. Yeah, it was definitely productive for me. I don't see how it could not be productive. I don't see how you could not focus when that's pretty much the only thing you really have to focus on.
Do you feel that, because I talked to Guy Cisternino, who told me that he would look no better in Kuwait because he works so hard here and he's such a nutcase and he writes down everything he does. Do you feel that you get distracted when you're in the U.S., living in your home environment?
I think life in itself can definitely bring up the challenges. I mean, that's a part of bodybuilding in general. Different challenges about balancing life and balancing bodybuilding. I would kind of disagree with you on the guy situation. I think, maybe he has a mentality where he does maybe more than he needs to, and if he has the right eyes on him 24/7, maybe he'd not do too much.
You're right. Who knows? Now let's take us through what happens when. First of all, you must get someone contacting you, whether it's Beta Badai or someone calls you up and says, "Hey, Brandon, we think you're a good talent. We think we can really help you. We want you to come to Kuwait." Right? Is that how it pretty much gets presented to you?
Well, I briefly at the 2016 Mr. Olympia, between prejudging and finals, I briefly spoke with Abdullah, who was working with Victor Martinez last year. And basically I just, gave him a compliment on the work he had done with Victor Martinez. So briefly we discussed and talked about possibly me going to Kuwait, because he thought he could make me a top 6 in the world. So, I said, well, we'll talk about it later. I got to come to Kuwait for the Kuwait Pro. And we discussed it a little bit more. And he already had kind of like a plan designed out for what's going to happen in 2007 season already. And he had already been following my career. These guys study bodybuilding. They really, really study bodybuilding. It's like the #1 subject. So he knew a lot about me already. And he had some things laid out. And I just made the agreement that we were going to make it happen. So that's just how it went.
And so you get on a plane. How do they fly over there? First class? Business?
No, no, no. I mean, I'm sure you can negotiate what you want to, but just get me over there. Let me get my work done, and let's see what's gonna happen. I'm not a diva, so.
That's good. So you saved some money, and they threw you a little extra food when you got there because you saved them some cash. You get there, what happens? They pick you up at the airport?
Every guy has different things that are different parts of the agreement when they go over there. Sure, we don't always have the same agreements as what we're going to do and how we're going to get there and what's going to go down. So,
Airport, like who picks you up?
oh yeah, man, you get first class treatment, man. We go straight through the visa thing. They come actually in the airport, come get us, and definitely bring us out first class treatment. We don't have to really look around for them. We were not lost. They found us and escort us through. So, and we went. I know I went straight to go eat as soon as I got there. We had some sushi and stuff, so it was all good.
So now, where do they put you up? Like, where do you stay when you're there? Like, what kind of living quarters?
Well, we stay right next door to the gym. There's a high-rise apartment complex right next door to the gym, and we stay right next door. It's just right, just right, literally next door.
So you
Got kitchens, a couple bedrooms, and basic accommodations for each athlete. Two athletes, basically, to one apartment.
Okay. Who is your roommate there?
I was staying with Akeem Williams.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
Hakeem obviously still there, getting ready for New York
hmm
Pro, and you guys get along.
Of course, man. He's a laid back guy.
Okay.
So am I. And we both speak the same language, and we can relate to each other, so we got along pretty good, man.
Okay.
It's a lot of downtime, get to know people.
Sure.
Me and his personalities, we kind of click, so it was easy.
Like, what do you guys do during the day? Do you like play video games? I mean, watch movies? I mean, what do you get? What is it to do when you're not training?
Well, the team is more into the video games and the movies and stuff than me. I can sit around all day and do nothing, be cool.
You're very mellow. I couldn't do that. You don't need it. You don't need much entertainment, right? You're just mellow.
Yeah, if I'm not talking to my wife, not hit me up or calling me and talk to the kids, then
Right.
maybe taking a nap or eat my next meal. But I enjoy watching the team play some video games or catching a bit of a movie here and there.
All right. So you keep yourself busy. So let's say what time do you normally wake up over there? Do they wake you up, or can you get up whenever you want?
We got our own responsibilities in the morning, depending on whether you're doing cardio, depending on if you got an AM workout or not. So, or depending on if your coach has told you he wants to look at you. So, there's been some times when I typically get up, around 8, 7 o'clock. But if coach calls me, tells me he's going to come look at me, I got to meet him at the gym at a certain time, or he may meet me at my bedroom at a certain time, to come look at me,
Right.
if I ain't answer my phone or whatnot. So, it's just a matter of everybody has a different schedule depending on, what stage of the prep they're in.
Now, are your meals delivered to you, or do you have to go out and get them? How does that work? How does the meals situation work?
Well, we got a cafe. There's a cafe in the actual gym.
Okay.
So, there's access to food in the gym pretty much 20, I guess they stay open pretty late. It's not 24 hours, but it's within reason of meal time. So you can get your meals there, but I had a prep company called Eat Smart that was delivering my meals every day according to, whatever adjustments we needed to make. So it made things real easy.
So they have actually a Kuwaiti meal prep service that will make your meals and deliver them to you?
They have plenty of meal prep services out there.
Really?
So healthy food is a big deal. So there's several different businesses that compete for that kind of market.
I didn't realize that. Huh? That's interesting. So, like, what time would you normally weight train during the day?
I actually was doing a morning session, with cardio, fasted, and then I would do afternoon session, and then depending on the day, the body part, we get a PM session as well.
Mm-hmm. The dieting process, getting you ready for the New Zealand and the Australia Arnold, how does it differ? How did it differ from what you've done in previous times in the past? Was it more food, less food, different types of food?
Considered I was substantially bigger. It's more food. Didn't really seem like more food because I was just as hungry. But it was nothing set in stone, nothing rigid. Everything can change on a day. So we may discuss something we were going to do the day before. You look at me the next day and it had totally changed. So, I may not know what I'm going to eat after I train until, he sees me after I train. Then we know what we're going to eat. So I may not know what I'm going to eat for breakfast until, I go over to the gym and pose that morning. So, everything's just played by ear.
Obviously, training, the hardcore training was good for you because it pushed you in the gym, and it probably pushed you past your comfort zone, which is what a lot of us stop at the comfort zone. Were you shocked at how your body was responding once you actually started dieting down for the show and starting to drop the body fat? Because you had a very granity, hard look on stage that I've never seen from your physique before.
I'll be honest with you. Through the whole process, I didn't really self-evaluate much. There wasn't a lot of mirrors around it. I could look at full body as I was in the gym and I was posing in front with the guys. So every time that they were really much evaluating my physique, I was kind of evaluating my physique at the same time. So I would go back and get the pictures later, and I would evaluate some things and be like, wow, things are coming in good. But, I try to get excited too fast. And I want to see the finished product before, I'm actually going to say, this is great. So, I was still just waiting to get to the end before I actually got excited about, how the process was going. So everything went smooth to the end. So I was more than satisfied.
Were you nervous going into that first show in New Zealand? Because, here you spent all these months in Kuwait. Probably, I'm sure there were plenty of people out there who thought you were crazy, and you sacrificed a lot being away from your wife and your family. Were you kind of nervous, like, man, if I don't win this show, or if I don't look really good, I don't know what I'm going to do,
I guarantee I was probably the least nervous person at the show.
Sacrifice you made,
Well, that, and we talked with Mo. We seen Mo on several occasions. He looked at my physique. He was very shocked. He had seen me previously at the Asian Arnold in China, and that was the last time he seen me. So he was very, very impressed when he saw me, like right off the plane, still holding a bit of water. So he was definitely thinking things were going good. So we got approval, and of course I trust my coach Abdullah and what his eyes are telling me or telling him. So as long as he's comfortable and he's not freaking out about nothing, I know we all good.
Yeah. When you got up on stage, obviously you see yourself backstage, and you looked at the pictures after prejudging. Were you impressed with the way you looked? Because that's important.
Yes, I was definitely, proud of what we could do in the time that we had, the time that we was able to manage. So yes, I was definitely satisfied with what we brought to the stage. But of course, as a bodybuilder, you're looking to pick things apart and to critique things for the next event, the next outing. So that went on too. So, we got some big plans going into the Olympia, and we got plenty of time. So we'll be working on making sure we fill in the gaps come September.
Now you beat Dallas McCarver in New Zealand, who arguably was better maybe than he was at the Arnold in the USA. That's debatable. Some people think he is, some people think he was, but he was good there. You beat him handedly, and you had to. Imagine that you had to have said to yourself, man, I should have done the Arnold USA. Why didn't you?
Well, it was in the camp. We had a discussion about it, and we just wasn't. The Arnold has a process with entering the shows. You got to get in early, put in all your information. I had the invitation, but as far as sending all the info out there on time, I wasn't able to do it with the amount of time we were getting ready. But basically, the boss said, we don't want to do the Arnold, and I was cool with that. So, whatever the game plan is. The game plan is, and I don't regret it one bit. I think I think it was interesting to sit back and watch what happened at the Arnold. The only thing that may be hurting is my pockets.
Exactly. I was going to say that's $120,000 or $130,000 payday for Cedric McMillan. How do you think you would have done against Cedric at that show? Do you think you would have matched up well?
I think I would have matched up really well with Cedric at that show, considering the look. I know everybody said, Cedric, of course, was bigger. Of course, I was bigger as well. My condition was on point. So I think it would have been a good matchup to be on stage with Cedric. He's a bigger guy like Dallas, so, it would have definitely been interesting. So, but we get to see that in September. So
yeah, we'll see that at the Olympia for sure. All right, so now you're back in the States, obviously, with your family, and I know you're jetting all over the place with your kids. Obviously, at some point, you got to go back to Kuwait and start preparing for the Olympia. When does that occur?
Yeah, we get back after Body Power pretty much. I guess that's towards the end of May. I'll get back to probably Kuwait right before Ramadan, but things get serious out there. So and we'll have a long stretch going into the Olympia. So I'm looking forward to getting back, but I'm also enjoying the time I have at home right now.
I can imagine.
I'll be traveling back and forth. It's weird being back. It's weird training, and it's weird being in the same areas. My smaller circle. So it's been cool to see everybody. And,
I told Akeem, it's like you go to sleepaway camp for the summer. That's all. You got to you come back, and then you got to readapt to your life. Your wife, Brandy's a saint, by the way. I don't know if she's listening, but the fact that she was able to hold down the fort without you, that was a great, obviously a great thing on her part. Now, do you think at some point, once you get the system down, that you might not have to actually go to Kuwait for so long to prepare for these shows, or do you think it's something that you have to do at this point? Brandon, did you catch that question?
As far as that's I guess I kind of caught it. It was kind of broken up, but I think you probably just elaborating on not having to go to Kuwait for as long in the future.
Right.
But it's definitely going to be a part of the plan. Of course, you get that top Olympic qualifications and you automatically qualify. You make a decision whether you want to compete early in the year or not. So that would determine whether I'll be in Kuwait early in the year or not, or whether I'll wait, just to prep for the Olympia. So, hopefully we'll get to the point to where, unless I want to just win an Arnold Classic, then we'll get to the point to where we're just prepping for the Olympia. So that's definitely a goal.
Can Brandon Curry win the Mr. Olympia competition?
Of course I can. I mean, that's a dream in bodybuilding for me. That's number one reason why I took it as a hobby, as a serious, trying to make a career out of it, is because I thought and I believed that when I saw Ronnie Coleman lose the title in 2006 to Jay Cutler. I thought I saw the impossible happen, and that inspired me to do something that I never thought, was possible for me. So, that's what I'm on a mission to do, and I think right now I'm on the right track again to make some things happen. So,
well, congratulations on the 2 big wins in New Zealand and the Arnold Australia, and all that momentum you have going into the Olympia. Enjoy your family for the next couple of months, and then of course you'll be back to Kuwait, and we'll have to get a little update from you prior to the Olympia.
Of course, man. Anytime, man. I'll let y'all know what's going on in the camp.
Absolutely.
And you get the updates as we get them, as the changes and everything happens in Kuwait.
Thanks a lot, and once again, congratulations. All right, and that's going to take us to the end of another episode of Live With, brought to you by Quest Nutrition. Visit questnutrition.com. I'm Dave Palumbo, and we'll see you next time.